Hello guys, and thank you for tuning in. My name is Tony Carrizales from stockmusiclicensing.com. Now today I want to talk to you about 3 simple steps to get started doing stock music. Now I know it can be a little bit overwhelming in the beginning if you're just starting out, but it's a really simple process. So step number 1 is to open an account in Pond5 in Audio Jungle. Now why Pond5 in Audio Jungle? I've spoken before in the past about these are the 2 biggest libraries really. They have a lot of traffic and they have a lot of customers and clients. Now, when joining Audio Jungle, and this is something that I highly recommend as a beginner or even as an experienced composer, is to have a non-exclusive account. I am a big preacher of non-exclusivity when it comes down to royalty-free libraries. Now, why you want to do that? Because if you open an account on Audio Jungle as an exclusive author and you upload your very first music track, and let's say that you get accepted immediately, okay? And you have that music track there, but if it's not selling, you cannot just take that music track and put it into Pond5, for example. Especially at the beginning, you want to test where your music is performing. In the future, when you join other libraries, that same music track that you have on Audio Jungle and Pond5, you can upload it to different libraries. As you grow, the more libraries you will join in the future, you will realize that that same music track is performing very well on a particular library, but on the other one it has pretty much no sales or very little sales. So that's step number 1. Open an account on Audio Jungle and Pond5 and just get started. Step number 2 is to at least have 5 music tracks. Now, you might not have 5 different music tracks ready just yet, but have that as a goal, okay? When I started out, I had that goal. I had the goal of having between 5 and 10 music tracks, but I never really reached that amount. I had like probably 2 or 3, but you have to have a bigger goal. So the bigger goal, even if you put yourself 5 music tracks and you only do 3, or let's say that you have one that you have uploaded it already and you're just waiting for the reviewer to review your music track, but you're already working on the second one. And maybe you have a third idea that is just in a very baby steps, because that's going to be the pattern that you're going to be working when doing stock music. And you're going to be uploading one music track, but you are already working on another one. You cannot wait for the first music track to be accepted and start making sales in order for you to work on a new piece of music. That's a major mistake. That's a lot of mistakes that actually newcomers to stock music do. They just work on one track, they upload one, and then when they get rejected or when they don't see any success, they feel really defeated. I've been there, believe me. It's really good to have a lot of output, so keep working. So the more music you have, the less attachment you will have to your music track. So when you just send that music track into the world, into Pond5 or Audio Jungle, regardless of what happens with that track, you're already working on new music. And really detach yourself from your music and just a lot of output all the time. You cannot just rely on one single track at a time, or any other library for that matter. You cannot rely on either one or the other. So that's why I recommend to always start with 2 libraries, in this case the big ones, which is Pond5 and Audio Jungle. Step number 3, this might seem like I'm taking the piss a little bit, but step number 3 is to repeat step number 2, which means create even more music. And that's just the model of this business, is just to record, okay, and upload. That's it. There's nothing else you need to do. You just need to record, okay, prepare your music, and then just upload it, and then you just let it go. Okay, that's the 3 principles of or the 3 commandments of stock music is just that in a nutshell. Once you have joined your library, you have your profile, you have your account ready, okay, you just record a new piece of music or compose a new piece of music, you prepare your files and you upload it into your profile, okay, and then you just let it go. You need to learn to let go. You need to learn to let go, because for us as musicians and composers, we can get really attached to our compositions and our music, and it could be almost like I'm still refreshing the page, or where's that email if they have accepted my track or not. You have to let go of that, because regardless of what happens to the track, you have to always put more out, especially in the beginning. You have to build that muscle for composition. Which if you're starting out, it could be a little bit hard to produce a lot of music. I have videos where I talk about composing one track a day, a brand new track every day, and that could be a challenge for some, but it's a good exercise to just put yourself and give yourself a whole day to just do one single track. So you can build that muscle of writing and composing, and just open your DAW, your computer, and just start making one track a day for a week and see what you come up with. The more music you do, the more of the bad ideas that you have, you will get rid of them very quickly, and then you will see that you will have much better ideas. So I hope this video is helpful to you. If you're starting out, download my free guide where I give you a very simple steps to follow beyond the scope of this video. And it's just to get the ball rolling so you can start making some sales on the libraries that I have just mentioned as a starting point, okay? So again, thanks a lot for all the love and support. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. Check all the other videos I have around this topic of stock music. And as always, rock and roll, and here's to your success.